everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily, but you can call me Ems. Today we're a little bit off center from the camera because I'm sitting at my kitchen table, what is right against my window. I don't really fancy moving it away because it's a little bit awkward to move myself and I don't want to tear the linoleum or anything like that. But I thought I'd come on here and do a little bit of something I used to do on my second channel that I no longer use, is do tarot pulls for a week or things like that. And on this channel, I used to do something called Coffee Talk, where I talked about mental health and mental wellness and things like that. And the problem with Coffee Talk is that when I was like reading out of the DSM and giving definitions and giving some information, it ended up being demonetized because of sensitive topics. I don't really care that much about monetization, but it also felt like that was going to be a strike against my account and that anything that I do might not be going out to people. So I decided to discontinue that series. But what I'm thinking of doing is something that's easy for me to film, easy for me to upload, minimal to no editing, because editing is where I get stuck on YouTube, because I love filming, I love talking to the camera, I love doing things, but the editing itself is really difficult. I filmed another day on the life the other day, and even the idea of putting those clips side by side with no other editing, no cutting, just clip, 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 is exhausting. I'm gonna keep the videos because they're finished, so I'm going to eventually do those up and put them out to show a little bit of my life now that I work from home and I have a different job now, things like that. But I thought I'd sit down. I've got my coffee in my Scorpio mug, of course. So this is Bones Coffee Company, Cookies and Dreams. I wanted to say Cookies and Scream, but it's not. It's Cookies and Dreams. I am that person that fell for the Bones Coffee Company Instagram posts, and I actually ended up really liking the coffee, so I do order it now. Not sponsored. Hello, I have like 3,000 subscribers. Who's sponsoring someone with 3,000 subscribers? No one. So I've got some of this. I've got this excellent spooky plate with some vegan cookies from the Sobeys. And look at this plate. I got this at HomeSense. How cute is that? I just wanted one because I don't need like a bunch of these plates, but we have a lot of like little plates, but this is a nice medium plate. Like the actual center is like the size of a saucer, but the wings are very large, so it's a nice size plate. Excited for that. And I wanted to show you the candelabra, or as my autocorrect likes to call it, the candle bra. The candelabra that my mom got me from Michael's, which if you guys watch Aurelio Voltaire at all, if you follow his channel, maybe this was also in Jay the Libra's video when they went to Halloween shopping together and stuff. I literally mentioned them in the day in the life video because I also went Halloween shopping. But this my mom bought me just on Saturday, and how freaking cute is this? Hello? It's like metal. I keep like Halloween decorations up all year because I'm a spooky bitch. Like, I love keeping witchy things up all year round, obviously, because I'm also a witch, but, like, I'm looking for things that are kind of, like, goth, but elevated. Similar to how Voltaire does gothic homemaking, but for me, I'm a little more open to the country aesthetic. Obviously, with my kitchen, you can kind of see that yellow wall. That actually was the color it came as. My living room came red as well. And I made my living room Dungeons and Dragons themed because I'm the coolest person in the world. It's a little less Dungeons and Dragons themed now and a little more like fantasy, witchy, D&D, roleplay game type thing. Like I have a map of Tamriel in there that my friends from D&D gave me. If you're watching this, hi. I put the map up and I play ESO now, so it didn't go to waste. But yeah, so my mom got me this, which is freaking cute because I got myself a doormat that says turn back now, and I was joking that I just want to warn all visitors what to expect. But I got this and mom's like, oh, what kind of candles are you gonna put in? And I was like, tapers, of course, la la la. It's not they're not taper holders, they're for tea lights. which honestly is kind of good, especially since I'm putting this over my table where there's a tablecloth, and I don't exactly want to get like candle wax on the white tablecloth. The tablecloth is like a white with embroidery. My mom gave it to me. It's really pretty. It's a little country, but I think it kind of goes for the fall. It's like a fallish kind of embroidered look. It's really cute. But I thought maybe today I'd sit down here. My mom's calling me. Mom called me to ask what order to mix ingredients in banana bread, because I'm usually the one that made the banana bread at home and stuff. So there you go. In case you're wondering, banana goes in the wet ingredients. Chocolate chips go in after everything's been already mixed together. But what I thought I was going to do today maybe is harken back a little bit to that tarot like weekly reading thing that I used to do on my other channel, and then a little bit to the mental health coffee talk side of things. I literally have some coffee, and I thought I'd bring out a couple of my decks and I would pull a card from two different decks, and I just kind of riff on them a la Kellyanne Maddox. So it's going to be like a little bit of a mixture in here, but I think what I'm going to go for is what kind of, so the first one is going to be the Green Witch Tarot. This is from my partner Jay. Got this for me years and years ago. Now, so yes. And then the other one that I'm pulling from, I think is called the Psychic Oracle. I don't have the box anymore. But like this is like so used. Look at the gilding is like just non-existent now. And I think that my friend Josie got these for me because she had the same deck. So, yeah. I'm going to pull from those two things. And what I'm thinking is the Green Witch Tarot will be maybe a lesson or something that we should collectively, anyone that's watching this video, that we should collectively work on together. Something that we should either strive for or work on to better our mental health and our mental wellness, especially where, like, as the Game Grumps say, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour is going strong. Things are lightening up, but also things are getting worse in some places, things like that. I think maybe after the years we've had, the past year and a half we've had, some mental work can help. And then I think that the Psychic Tarot will be, or the Psychic Oracle, will be something that we can, a tool that we can use, something that we can look to help with this. So, just gonna, that's my cat Vecna. It's time for zoomies. Vecna is a 16-pound cat and he's 1 year old. So he is a very big boy. Big boy. And of course I named him after Vecna, the Lich King, so from D&D, and I regretted it ever since. Just kidding, he's cute. Same with, I named my Chihuahua Strahd, and he sometimes bites. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little bit of editing on this one because my mom called me in the middle, and then Vecna's having zoomies. I don't know if I'll edit out the zoomies. I think they're kind of funny, actually. But, all right, so this is something that we need to collectively work on, or an issue we need to face. Maybe something in the shadow realm, like in our shadows, that sort of thing. So let's see what we have to work on. So we have the Three of Wands, which is this card, but I picked it out reversed. So Three of Wands reversed. So the wands, especially in this deck, are very representative of fire. The wands are inspiration, poetry, fire, joy, those things that you get excited about, those adventures you go on, those passions, passion is the big word, those passions that you have and things like that. And the number 3 is like, I call that Trinity balance. I also call it, like, you know, how triangles are considered the strongest shape in the world. So 3 is like right before foundation, but it's a strength. It is a basis to work off of. So with that being reversed, we need to find a new basis to work off of with, like, we need to fix the foundation of our passions. Like, things have changed so much in the last year and a half. Maybe our passions have changed, or maybe what we're passionate about or what we want to do has not changed, but the foundations that we need to work from need to be reworked. We need new skills, we need new understanding, we need new trainings, we need some different approaches to things. So I think what we're looking for here is a new approach before we can move forward. And I'm saying forward movement especially because the image of the boat here. So this guy's looking at the boat, going to be boarding the boat. Because the 3 is kind of where I see the journey really beginning. So like the ace is the beginning of the journey in essence, in thought. The 2 is a decision, and then the 3 is like, that's really where you're beginning that journey. You're starting to move forward and build up that foundation. 4 is the foundational number in my experience with tarot. That the 3 is really important to pay attention to though, because that is where you're getting your tools together. So I see the 3 almost akin to the magician card in a way. You know how the magician is like having all the tools? With the 3 reversed, we no longer have the tools. The way that the world works now is incredibly different. Like everything moved online. We can't interface with people anymore. So we have to rework the way that we want to approach our passions, what we're interested in. So that is kind of the thing that we need to do here. Look back at what you were passionate at before all of this began and see, one, are you still passionate about that? Some people have held on to these passions for a year and a half. Maybe you're not passionate about that anymore, and that's why that balance is not working, that basis is not working, because you're no longer actually passionate about it. So moving forward, after that, if you are still passionate about it, we need to look at what you used to think the tool set was and what your tool set actually is now, and how that may have changed and what you may need to do in order to pursue these goals, these passions, and to really begin that journey again now that we're hopefully on the tail end of the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. Get me some coffee. Yeah, looking at this in a new way. The way that I can apply this in my life is the thing I was most passionate about is still something I'm quite passionate about right now. I have been wanting to write a book, and I've been kind of working on this book on and off since PantheaCon that I went to. And it just hasn't, like, I had a little bit of a basis, and I had what I was working on and things like that. It is to do with mental health and things like that. And then things happened in the world, obviously, and I ended up, because I was working in the mental health field, I ended up actually leaving the mental health field, and I still want to write this book. It's not an experiential book or anything like that about things that I've done and things like that. It's more about how everyone has mental health. Not everyone has mental illness, but everyone has mental health, and how we can work on that, especially using paganism and witchcraft techniques, but mixed with some actual mental health techniques that I learned through my trainings and through my work in the mental health field. So kind of mixing all these different worlds together. And the way that I used to write is I would go out to a coffee shop just any time, and I would write and I would do things like that. But now I am able to go to coffee shops again, which is great, but the hours are so far reduced. Like they close at 5 and I get off work at 5. So really, I'm only ever really able to get to a coffee shop, like a nice coffee shop. Like I like Starbucks and I'll write at Starbucks, but like I'm talking like a local hole-in-the-wall type coffee shop. Well, not really hole-in-the-wall, but like has a bit of seating, you know, not like the takeout kind of coffee shops, but has that kind of seating and things like that. And I need to kind of reframe that. I think that is how it's applying to my life, is I need to reframe the way I'm working on this. And I think also for me, I was going to do it entirely on my own, but I think maybe I'll reach out for some help from some of my friends and things like that. So that's an example of how this card applies to my life. So maybe If you feel like sharing, maybe talk in the comments a little bit, you know, share how this card might apply to you. How does this reframing of passion and reframing of the way that we're going to achieve our goals, how does that look in your life? So the card that's going to help us out, we're going to take the Psychic Oracle. I think it's called a Psychic Oracle. I really don't remember the name of this deck. The box got destroyed years ago. I don't even have a tarot bag for it because my other one has a tarot bag. Like this one has a tarot bag. This is actually literally just from the dollar store, and they're freaking cute and they're perfect for most tarot decks. I just have not gotten this one a deck. The poor bastard. Let's see. This is what we need right here. This is what we need, folks. We need new beginnings. So along with this, it really is a new beginning because you're taking something that you used to be passionate about and you no longer were passionate about, and or that the way that you were going to achieve it is different, and we're kind of going out into the world blind together. Like, as you can see in this card, she's kind of stepping out of the porch, off the threshold, and into the world. Like, world is the possibility there, kind of thing. So we're kind of going in blind, and that's kind of how everybody is. And I think we need to just learn to accept that everybody is going in blind. We don't know where we're going from here. This is world changing. Like the last major pandemic was the Spanish flu, the influenza pandemic, and that was on the tail end of the Great War after First World War, and that was a whole new world. That was a completely new world when they came out of that. It completely and utterly different. Like, the middle class was just suddenly there, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it is. It is a whole new world, and it's going in blind, and I wish that there was more that I can say, but just accepting the fact that you're going in blind and not beating yourself up for going in blind. I think that is the biggest thing here. When you're pursuing your passions now and your goals, don't beat yourself up for not knowing what to do or how to do it or what you're doing, because nobody does. None of us do. None of us know what we're doing now. None of us know how to approach this. And yes, a lot of us have gotten better at social media. A lot of us have gotten better at computer things. A lot of us have gotten better at networking digitally, in a digital space. But not all passions connect with that well, right? And not all of us can connect that way. And I think it's really important just to recognize that, and recognize that we don't know what we're doing. But that's okay. So I think that is where I'll leave that for now. And I hope you guys got something out of that and enjoyed it, in a little sit down, chatty little video. I don't know how long the other clip was, so it's probably gonna be a bit of a long one, but from me and my hearth altar over here with Bridget. Hi. Hi, ma'am. Hi, ma'am, with your coffee. Yeah. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I love you, love you, love you lots. Bye. Subscribe. Also, addendum at the end. I've had this song stuck in my head all morning, which is All Eyes on Me by Bo Burnham, but not the whole freaking song, not even the All Eyes on Me part. Just this part. Are you feeling nervous? Are you having fun? It's almost over, it's just begun. Don't overthink this, look in my eyes. Don't be scared, don't be shy. Come on in, the water's fine. And it's just stuck in my head. And now it's stuck in yours. Congrats. Have a good day.